shape or form like an easy fight to take.
No one.
Do you think he's boxing?
And welcome along to this very special announcement here at TVNZ this morning. I'm Guy Havelt. This is a significant day for us here at TVNZ and also for boxing in New Zealand. Just a few quick housekeeping matters to get through before we get to the exciting stuff. Toilets are located at the back and just around the corner there near reception. There are various evacuation points if we do need them, alongside the deck over here or out the back through the main entrance. In the case of an emergency, the muster points across the road in Victoria Street, also Nelson and Hobson Streets as well. There will be fire wardens in yellow high-vis jackets directing the evacuation, so please follow their instructions. If you need first aid, head to security at reception. They are all trained with first aid. There is no smoking or vaping anywhere at TVNZ, and also please sign out when you leave, just so we know that you are no longer on premises. Now for the good stuff. These two up here in the middle probably don't need much of an introduction at all. World-class boxing prospects in cruiserweight David Tua on the far side of me, and heavyweight Hemi Ahio, the two Kiwis who will fight on the undercard of the rematch between Aussie Haney-Kambosos Jr. and American Devin Haney for the undisputed lightweight world title on October the 16th. And here for a big announcement about this fight, please welcome TVNZ's Director of Content, Kate Slater.
Thanks, Guy. Kia ora koutou katoa. Nau mai whakatau mai ki tēnei whare, ki te whare o te reo tātaki. Thank you all for joining us here today. Very warm welcome to you all at TVNZ. And a particular mihi to you, David, for joining us from across the ditch, making it all the way to be here in person. It's fantastic to have you here. TVNZ's really excited to announce that we will be partnering with Juco to bring this special event to New Zealand audiences free to air next month. So this will be the first world title fight on free to air since 2000, and the first event of this scale on TVNZ in almost 20 years. We know that boxing has been incredibly popular on free-to-air historically, and we saw some of that with Nyika's fights during the Olympics and Commonwealth Games, which were some of our most popular events on TVNZ's coverage. So what better way to showcase the sport than with Kiwi superstar David Tua on the card, alongside another hugely talented New Zealand boxer with Hemi Ahio. This boxing showcase is another example of TVNZ's commitment to bringing the sporting moments that matter to Aotearoa. We can't wait to bring all the action to our viewers on the afternoon of Sunday, the 16th of October on TVNZ1 and TVNZ Plus. Thanks, Guy. Back to you.
Thank you, Kate. I'm probably a little bit biased, but it is quite exciting news for boxing fans and for us here at TVNZ. As Kate mentioned, the first time since 2000 that boxing will be on free-to-air television. That was, of course, when David Tua fought Lennox Lewis, so way back when. So very excited about that. But now to a man who is synonymous with boxing here in New Zealand and a very familiar face to us all. It's the boss of Duco Events, David Higgins.
Thank you, Guy, and thank you everyone for turning out today. Look, our Duco Events role in this is we are the co-promoter to deliver the world title fight in Melbourne on October 16. So our company, Duco Events, has partnered with TEG, who are part of the Silver Lake Group, to deliver that event. But the rights holders need to be acknowledged, who have also given their blessing to this historic arrangement. And the rights holders in this case are Lou DiBella of DiBella Entertainment out of New York, the United States, and Top Rank, obviously led by Bob Arum, who's I think in his 90s now and still going, still returning phone calls, which is remarkable. And so a big thank you to Bob Arum and Top Rank, Lou DiBella and DiBella for including these New Zealand prospects on the card, David Tua to my right and Hemi Ahio, as well as their blessing to put this major international event on free-to-air. This will go out internationally, largely on ESPN Live and worldwide, in Australia on Fox Sports, and it'll be watched in probably over 100 countries. For me, it's quite exciting to be involved in a big fight like this on free-to-air television. And as has been pointed out, boxing, I think, when it was on free-to-air, featured many times in the top 20 TV audiences in New Zealand history. So you had Mike Tyson versus Evander Holyfield. The earbite fight was in the top 10 of all time. David Tua, Lennox Lewis was number one for a decade. And so what does that tell you? It tells you that New Zealanders like to support other New Zealanders. And, if you need evidence of that, just look at the America's Cup and the audiences that delivered. Even our Hot Spring Spa Black Clash event has star footy players and cricket players and it rates. So this is exciting, and we're hoping New Zealanders will get behind David, Nyika and Hemi Ahio like they have done America's Cup and other Kiwis on the world stage. I think Hemi is the dark horse of prospect boxing in New Zealand. He's probably hasn't been given some of the opportunities he should have because he's so heavy-handed, massive knockout punch, and a Mike Tyson style. So that'll be quite exciting that there's another big punching heavyweight coming through off the back of Joseph Parker. And obviously David is a household name already. So from a promoter's point of view, there's not too much work to do when they're already a household name, and has done amazing things in amateur boxing, but professional boxing, of course, is very different. And David is humble and is starting again in the professional ranks. And it's a privilege to be working with David, and we wish both boxers all the best. And finally, a massive thank you to Television New Zealand. It's sometimes risky to make commercial decisions in the current environment, and so to go on a limb a bit and put big-time world boxing back on free-to-air is a credit to TVNZ. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, David. And from one David to another, David Nyika, good to see you here, my friend. It's been a while since not a while, but you were meant to be at the Commonwealth Games. Obviously, hand injury there ruled you out of that. How is, I take it, by being on this card, the hand is all good to go?
Yeah, I'm back to full strength, and I'm looking forward to putting on a good show, and of course being on, having this amazing opportunity to fight in front of not just sporting fans and boxing fans, but the general public. I'm hoping that there'll be a lot more eyes, families, friends of families, watching, and me and Hemi put on a powerful display. So, yeah, huge opportunity, and looking forward to obviously putting my best foot forward.
Yeah, having boxing on free-to-air television, how much does that help, I suppose, to, even though a lot of people know who you are already, how does that help to put your name further out there?
Yeah, I think we'll be able to get a lot more traction. Just like I said before, just having more eyes, and not just the sporting fans, but fans all around New Zealand from all walks of life. So I feel very, very privileged. So thank you guys for making this happen. And yeah, I think it's going to be a really fun night, and I know that Hemi's a big knockout puncher, and I'm looking to put on a very powerful display as well. You've
fought on some big stages before, but about 41,000 they're predicting to be at this fight. How does that excite you?
That's heaps. Is that a real statistic?
Yeah.
Goodness me. And that's enclosed, isn't it?
Yeah, in Rod Laver Arena, yeah.
Oh, and I've heard of Rod Laver, but I don't really know. I don't really know Australia, but that's massive. That's gonna be huge opportunity, and who doesn't want to fight in front of big crowds? This is what we do it for. This is the entertainment business, and I intend to entertain.
Just lastly, before I get to Hemi, what was the benefit of training with the likes of Tyson Fury and obviously Joe over in the UK?
Yeah, amazing. They've been really great role models moving forwards. I've learned a lot from Tyson, just his mentality towards not the sport of boxing, but fighting as a sport. This is it's not a game anymore. It's not a game to me. It's not a job. It's a passion. It's a lifestyle. It's a way of thinking. And so I've been callousing my mind to make me tougher, to make me better suited for war, which is what we do.
And Hemi, I'll bring you in now, my friend. How big an opportunity is this for you?
Thank you guys. Thank you guys for being out here. Opportunity was both David and I was given the chance on the first Kambosos and Haney card, and now we're lucky to be, or blessed to be back on it again. Now I'm just happy to be over here, and with the free on air on TV, it's good for people like us that can't really get around to doing pay-per-view and shit. So it's good to be able to have them watch for free as well, without having to worry about anything. But it's good. Glad to be here.
Put your name out there a bit more, do you think?
Yeah, I think my name's out there just a little bit, but I really need to fight one of these top 15 guys to really show them what's up. And yeah, it'll be good.
Is that what you're hoping to do? Show them what's up, and then
Yeah, every time I get in there, I need to. That's what I need to do is show people what's up. So
David Higgins compared you a little bit to Mike Tyson with your knockout power. How does that sort of thing sit with you? Is that how you like to compare yourself to Mike?
No, not really. Style-wise, we're like far apart. Mike Tyson's is always be his own man. Maybe a certain punch, I can throw a certain punch or two that may hit as hard maybe, but I'm not too sure about that. But yeah, it's good.
And David Higgins, how does this help the sport of boxing in New Zealand to have this on TVNZ?
Well, I think it's exciting stuff with boxing, and I think there's more movies made about boxing than any other sport. People are fascinated by it because it's all on the line. It's not like seasonal team sport. Your team loses, they can come back and win next week. Player gets injured, they put on another player. Boxing's not like that. You win, and the world's your oyster. You go up the rankings. You lose, and it can be the end of your career. There's also the risk of injury as well. So it's so high stakes that people find it fascinating. It's appointment viewing. So if it properly promoted, I'd expect massive public interest to swing in behind David Nyika and Hemi Ahio.
And Kate, is this something that TVNZ wants to do a little bit more of?
Oh, look, we're always looking at bringing, the events that our viewers really, really want to our audiences, and I think this is, a sign of something we'd like to do more of. And watch this space, Guy.
I know there are a few journos in here today. If any of you guys have any questions, there will be one-on-ones afterwards. But fire away with anything now if you'd like. Otherwise, we'll get the two fighters to stand up and give us a little bit of a fight pose, perhaps in the middle. Where is it easier for cameras to do that? Yeah. If you guys stand up
Stand up here.
Against the back.
Quick picture if that's all right.
Say again?
David, right?
and then one-on-ones for those who are wanting them will be, well, anywhere really, but probably over.
Just push those chairs back a bit if you like, yeah. Heavy hands, bro. That's all right, yeah, just together, together, just a nice picture, there we go. Thanks everyone. Get the big sign behind you, all good. Yep. All right. Chaps, would you like to put your fists up or like that? Yep, just like. All right, good.
Should we move out?
No, you come in for a second.
You guys are deciding to put your fists up, bro.
Just one, Henny, that's great, yeah. Awesome. All right. Thanks, we'll just get it to you guys. Thanks for
Will you stay there, sorry, please?
Yep.
We've got the news cameras in.
Yeah. Okay, we'll just do the two guys together.
They want you to move,
They want me
Andrew.
to move.
I think they want Kate to come in.
Wouldn't have fists up again, or?
Yeah.
Okay,
Andrew,
Andrew,
want to do the fist
you're good now.
pose?
What do you need?
Just one of David.
Yeah, these two. Yeah.
That'd be great.
Just the same thing, come on, a bit closer behind you. Okay. All right. All right.
I'm not fighting Dave though. Wait.
No.
Okay, that's good. That's good.
All right. Thanks, guys. Thank you. Stay.
So just one more please for the team.
Uno más.
No mas. Which one's the TV one?
Fantastic. Thank you all so much for coming. Haney versus Kambosos Jr. repeat or revenge, featuring these two men, David Nyika and Hemi Ahio, live on TVNZ1 and TVNZ Plus, Sunday morning, 16th of October.